Hello everyone, how are you doing? So, in today's video, I am going to explain you the worksheet 12 of KVS MADAAN MCQ series. It is a teaching aptitude. So, we are going to explain more 20 MCQs in this worksheet. I hope you really interested towards my series. If you really like, just subscribe the channel and press on the bell icon for the more updates so that you will be getting more updates. You don't forget to click on the bell icon, right? Subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon for the more updates, right? We are going forward with worksheet. So going forward with the first question. What is the first question? We will be seeing the best way to react to the wrong answer given by the student. For example, if any student has given any kind of wrong answer today, if any student has given wrong answer to this teacher, then what the teacher should do? To scold him for not having learned the lesson, or to explain why answer is wrong, to ask another student to give the correct answer, to ignore the wrong answer and pass on the next question. See, if teacher is okay with explaining why the answer is wrong, then it will be okay. So he or she should not ask another student to give the correct answer, since it will be like an insulting nature towards the student, or the teacher should not ignore giving the wrong answer and pass on the next question. So if teachers do so, if teacher does ignoring the wrong answer and just passing the question, it will be like giving a less importance to the student. It will go in the insulting manner. Again, the student will not focus on the teacher. So the teacher should explain why the answer is wrong, right? Yes. Second question. We are going to the second question. When the student asks a question to which the teacher has no direct correct answer, when a student asks a question to the teacher, then what should be done? The teacher should be like, teacher should give, what kind of things should the teacher should give? Should give the right answer and satisfy the student. Tell the student not to ask much irrelevant questions. Tell the student that he would give the correct answer later. Yes, if the teacher do not know the correct answer, then he or she should tell the student that he would be giving the correct answer later. But it is not proper to just ignore as it is. Yes? Yeah. Third, failure of teacher to communicate his ideas well to the student may result in. Failure of a teacher to communicate his ideas well to the student may result in. So classroom indiscipline, loss of students' interest in topic being taught, increase the number of absentees in the class. So all of the above. So possibly it will be like loss of the students interested. Sorry, a small mistake has happened. Actually, whenever the student failed to communicate his ideas to the students, but may result in classroom indiscipline, yes, loss of students indirect interest in the topic, increased number of absentees in the class, and all the above. So the correct answer is all the above. All the above is the correct answer, since if a teacher fails to give his ideas to the students or ideas to the students will not put a trust on the teacher, right? Yes. So that not putting the trust, what does it mean? It results into the classroom indiscipline. Again, loss of students' interest in the topic being taught, increased number of absentees in the class, and all the above. Yes, it is all the above, right? Yeah. Fourth question. The students do not understand what is taught in the class, the teacher should do what? If the student do not understand what is taught in the class, the teacher should repeat the lesson once again at any cost, so that he or she can understand, right? Checking the previous knowledge of the student in the topic, proceeding to the next topic, teaching the lesson again, suitable examples, okay, but he or she should repeat the lesson once again, right? Yeah. Next, an ideal situation in classroom would be what? A teacher comes fully prepared to deliver his lecture. Yes, the student come fully prepared and discuss the student with each other in the teacher's presence. Teacher and students discuss the subject. The teacher uses the audiovisual aids, right? So both A and C is the correct answer. Which of the following categories of the teacher tends to favor the traditional formal seating pattern of rows of students directly facing the teacher at the front of the classroom? So we do not have any option here. Direct instruction, indirect instruction, student center, and none of the above. It is none of the above, right? Yes. So which of the following teacher can be identified with autocratic teaching style? Autocratic is itself a democratic, giving an opportunity to the students to ask something, or giving an opinion, giving an opportunity to the students to put their opinion. So these kind of things will be like in any kind of authoritarian teaching style. It is the nature of democratic teacher, right? Yes. What is more desirable in the classroom? What is more desirable in the classroom? What could be the more desirable factor? Yes. A teacher delivering the lecture on the basis of the text and its own research. A teacher delivering a lecture on the basis of post-content standard books. So a teacher answering the questions raised by the students. Teacher maintaining strict discipline. Teacher maintaining strict discipline and taking attendance regularly. So it could be like a teacher delivering the lecture on the basis of text. No, the desirable thing is students should ask more questions, more number of questions, and teacher should answer more questions, right? Yes. So a teacher answering questions raised by the students is the correct answer. Which process of communication is best for controlling noise in the classroom? Say do not talk, raising one's voice about students, remaining calm and just looking at the students. Yes. If the teacher suddenly remaining the calm and looking at the students, automatically the noise will be controlled in the classroom, right? Yes. Noise will be obviously controlled. Otherwise, the people will be speaking more and more. People will be in continuously in the speaking nature, making noise and all. If suddenly teachers stop speaking, then automatically their attention towards teacher increases. Their attention and focus towards teacher will be raised, right? Isn't it? So that automatically it will be getting calm. So it is the best process of communication. As a teacher, what will you do if the students do not attend your class? Blame the students for their absence from the classes. Ponder over the present attitude of students in a calm manner. Think about using some interesting techniques of teaching. Try to understand the reasons and try to eliminate them. Yes, trying to understand the reasons of why they are getting absent and what are the factors affecting towards their absenteeism. So, trying some techniques of trying for some solutions to eliminate them. Teachers. Yes? Yeah. In order to reduce the absenteeism, generally it is a process to eliminate them. Try to understand the reasons and just you try to eliminate them, right? Yeah. A teacher is strictly maintaining discipline in the class, both in the curriculum and extracurricular activities. However, there is always room for discussion regarding clarification of doubts in teaching, learning, and conducting other activities. So, what is the approach of teacher towards the students? It is autocratic, democratic, flexible, no, rigid. From extracurricular activities, see, both the curricular and extracurricular activities maintain the discipline. So, what does that mean? It leads to the flexible things. It leads to the flexible things, right? Yes. Better classroom management means what? What is the better classroom management? Having following options, followed by options. Option A, effective group work and interaction with the students. Yes, which is really important. Next option B, proper planning and preparation of the developing suitable teacher aids. Option C, it is punctuality of the teachers and ability to complete the course in the time. And option D, all of the above. Yes, above all mentioned factors are the factors of classroom management, right? Better classroom management. Which of the following can be described as the most probable characteristic of an ineffective teacher? Always focus on achievement of instructional objectives. Always focus on the observance of teacher standards. Always focus on control of immediate situation. And D, none of the above. It is option D, none of the above. Right? Yes. Why? Since no factors are making ineffective. All factors are making effective. If majority of the students in your class are weak, as a teacher you should do what? So majority of the students are weak, so what do you do generally? So what you have to do is you have to take care of me, not care about the intelligent students. No, it doesn't mean that Students are weak, you are not supposed to put in focus on the intelligence, no, nothing like that. We have to teach slow actually. Keeping your teach slow along with some extra guidance to the bright people, yes. So bright people को extra guidance देना चाहिए और फिर teaching teaching को slow करना पड़ेगा so that majority of the students in the sections are weak anyway, so that our teaching should not be fast teaching नहीं करना चाहिए और majority of the students कैसे भी weak है, इसको understanding ability तो कम रहते हैं, वो कम रहते हैं ना, कैसे भी कम रहते हैं. So वो इस फैक्टर को मानने के लिए कंसिडर करने के लिए वी हैव टू टीच स्लो, राइट. सो इसलिए क्या बोल रहे हैं, टीचिंग एक्टिविटी कुछ है तो और टीचिंग एक्टिविटीज कुछ भी है तो वो पूरा स्लो करना चाहिए विद सम अमाउंट ऑफ एक्स्ट्रा गाइडेंस टू द ब्राइट पीपल को, तो सम एक्स्ट्रा गाइडेंस तो देना चाहिए, राइट राइट. Some of the people misbehave with the teacher in the college campus, which kind of solution can be helpful in the long run? So if a student misbehave automatically, the teacher should tackle the situation in what way? So teachers should improve their behavior by their own character and scholarship. Yes, that is really important. So improving their behavior by their own character is really important, right? Yeah. Yes. So I hope you people are really understanding. You just try to subscribe the channel. You do not forget to press on the bell icon or click on the bell icon for the more updates. So you are just we are going to upload a few many videos which are relating to the UGC as well as any other competitive exams and the commerce, accountancy and banking syllabus event. You do not forget to subscribe. You will be getting more updates in this channel. I hope you are really understanding and enjoying the bits, right? Yeah. A teacher in the classroom should keep the pitch of his voice always high enough. So, to what extent the pitch of voice is really required to reach the voice of the teacher to the large bench students, automatically high enough of the pitch is really required to maintain. So, option A, high enough. Which of the following should a teacher adopt in the lecture? Which of the following should a teacher adopt in lecture? Precise and low tone, elongated tone, precise and high tone, and moderate tone. It is a precise and high tone. High tone is really required. Yes. Without high tone, automatically whatever the content being taught in the class, so automatically it will not be in an understandable nature. If the student do not understand what is taught, if the student do not understand what is taught in the classroom, the teacher should feel terribly bored to explain it in a different way that he is wasting his time pity for the students. So if it is like that, the teacher should feel that to explain it in a different way so that the student may understand the concept very easily, right? So it should not feel the teacher should not feel terribly bored or the teacher should not feel that he is wasting time or it's pity for the students, right? To explain it in a different way, teacher has to try for it, right? I hope you really understanding that. And again, I'm saying, just don't forget to subscribe the channel and click on the bell icon for the more updates. We are going to post many videos today, right? Yes. Now going forward to the next question. Well, specific references to the classroom environment, all except one of the major components of listening. Yes, what are the major components of listening? So hearing, yes. Is there any difference between hearing and listening? Yes. Hearing is a physical activity, but listening is mental activity. Why? Because in order to hear, the ear is enough. In order to listen, ear and as well as brain is really required. So answering or being attentive, yes. Listening, being attentive is more important. And for understanding and remembering, yes. Understanding and remembering is a part of listening, but answering is not the part of listening, right? Yes. So option C, answering is not at all a major component of listening, right? The last question of the session: which of the following will not hamper effective communication in the classroom? Which of the following will not hamper the effective communication in the classroom? Option A, lengthy statement. Option B, ambiguous statement. Yes, a precise statement. Statement which are the listener based on precise statement. Yes. I hope you understand. Please subscribe the channel. Thank you.